Hey y'all, it's Auntie Chuck Towel. How are you? I'm going to see if I can find this live on my phone. And usually I'm kind of rushing around. Today, I'm just going to take my time and do what I'm doing. Fundi, I am so humbled by your presence. Thank you for coming. Well, I'm going to get started because it's just you and me, and most of this is your stuff. So, trying to, okay, here we go. All right. So I found it on my phone. So, first of all, I would like to shout out Master Fundi Fee um, because a lot of this is her stuff. Sweet Vampy, Grand Rise, how are you? I'm glad you made it humble. I know that's right, Fundi. Can you say it again? I know. I'm gonna move my camera down some. Can you all see? Vampy, you just woke up? Okay. It's something is off with the playback, but that's okay. So once again, I want to give a shout out to Master Fundi Fee. And I want you to consider purchasing her wines. Um, you cannot get this one though. This is a special label. Can you see that? Uh-huh. And these are my models for my wine holders and my wine chargers. And I just want to, Fundi, while you're here, let me show you two that I have that are not finished yet. This is one, this is with citrus, oranges, and limes. This one's not done yet, but this is what I'm working on this weekend. And this one, this one's not finished either, but this one is a flower uh, holder. So those are two that I am working on for uh, the Blitz's Brew lineup. So some of the things that I'm going to show you may have seen before, um, and some things are new. But I first want to talk to you about my wine chargers, holders, and my coasters. I make coasters as well. Um, so this one I know you probably seen before. This is my magic coaster. And what this is intended for is I'm going to give it to someone, and you can either burn a candle on top of this, or you can put a glass of water on top of this. And what this does is you can Speak your intentions into your water and back it up with magic. I also have some other ones. Yeah, I got a couple of other ones I want to show. Okay. And this is also from the Blitch's Brew collection. This one is a geode, and these will be um, going out to Master Fundi Fee. So everything I'm showing you everything right now in the Blitch's Brew collection. And this is a Valentine's holder. Actually, this one is a charger because this one has um, rose petals, uh, rose quartz, and just little love hearts and things of that nature. So, what I would do with this is I charge it, I would put it over the wine and put my glasses in the inserts, and you speak to the wine. You tell the wine, let this increase the love between blank and I, and you share that wine and you have cast your intentions into something that you're going to ingest. And I just believe that that's the way to do it. Okay, and my next one, this one is called Diamonds and Pearls. Trying to make sure I could you all can wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Can we, is that it? Can we get in there? Okay. And this is made with it's kind of three-dimensional, but it still fits the wine glass, and it's got um little pearls, little acrylic diamonds and pearls inside, and gold leaf foil. And even though Fundi was one of my customers, she gave me full. Oh. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something with that one. But she gave me full creative uh, control, and I loved that. I loved it. Okay, and this one is for the pineapple wine. This was inspired by the pineapple hemp wine. I'm hoping you guys tell me if my lighting is messed up. Can you see? Okay. So if you are looking for gifts for Christmas, gifts for New Year's, gifts for any time, uh, I'm going to leave my email address and Cash App in the chat. I'm also going to share the link in a minute as soon as I'm done. This is an oceanscape. Okay. And this one is a galaxy. And this one I made for someone, and this is a money charger, and this has uh, black tourmaline, and it's a pinnacle inside. And again, the purpose of this one is to sit your glass of water or whatever on top. Or these are heat resistant up to 400 degrees. So you can also, you know, burn your candles on top if that's what you choose to do. However you choose to use it, that's it's up to you. But that's what my intention for these are. Oh, okay. And this one is just it's just like a fall. It's got leaves and it's got copper leaf. Um, and it also has the copper spirals, and it's got some hematite and tiger's eye. So these are those as well. And I'm going to tell you, I expected. I don't want to call her out, but I got to call her out. I expected Indigo to be here today because she's usually in my live, and she's always saying that she never wins anything. So I made this. I was gonna have a whole fake raffle and declare her the winner. So I made this for Indigo. And so if she sees this, she can hit me at my email address. So I'm gonna put my email address in the chat. And I'm also gonna put my Cash App in case somebody sees it and wants to place an order. Okay. So now I need to figure out. I tried earlier dropping the link and nothing happened. So let me try one more time. Oh, there it is. So if anyone here has any questions, wants to just chat, talk about anything, Fundi, I would be honored if you would hit the panel. Just because I've never had anyone hit the panel yet. So if you're available, please, kind ma'am, come on in. Vampy, you too. I know you don't. I've never seen you talk anywhere, but the link is there. Mm, that was good. Oh, sweet Vampy, thank you. Yeah, it's been said on YouTube I have a meatloaf head, so I'm glad. I'm glad you are calling me beautiful. Thank you, sweetheart. Let me back up from the camera some. Jeez. I'm not going to be long, but those are some of the projects that I've finished. Um, I also um, do acrylic pours. I forgot to show you guys this. And this one is a small one, but it's an acrylic pour and it is sealed with resin. So I really do, I enjoy doing my acrylic pours. And here's another one. This is like a galaxy type. And I'm going to show two more. And then if we don't have any questions or anything, I'm going to hop off. But this is another one. This is just a purple arrow. And all of these are customizable. So if you see something that you like, let me know. And this one, I am going to customize, but this one is for my hairdresser. She is a really beautiful person. And this is some of my 3D art. And this is another one of my 3D pour art pieces. And the reason I did this video so early because what I have finished, I do want to pack it away. That's what this box over here is for. This is another art pour. Oh, okay, I wasn't watching the comments. Let me see. Okay. Yes, sweet Vampy, they are nuts, but it doesn't bother me. I mean, people who don't like you, they don't like you and they don't need to have a reason not to like you. So that doesn't bother me at all. Um, you know, as Fundi said earlier, she's just trying to, keep her head clean, keep out of the way. So um that's what I'm trying to do as well. And, I have a couple of people that are on YouTube that I don't really care for, but I don't attack their looks. I attack what I don't like about them. Excuse me. So, um, yeah, I'm not gonna keep you guys long. I just wanted to make a video, get these things seen, so I can start getting them shipped. So, I'm going to close out. I didn't do any music or anything, just because I just wanted to do this quickly. But my information will also be in the comments underneath this video. So, to the people who were here supporting me, I thank you very much. Um, I appreciate you coming in. Um, and we'll do another video very soon. I want to keep trying to go live. It is difficult, and I'd rather go on other people's panel because it's just easier for me. But wait a minute, let me see. Exactly. And a lot of times you have to remember people will attack just to make a video or just to have something to talk about. So listen, don't worry. I lose no sleep at all when it comes to stuff like that. So I don't worry about it, you know. That's real talk. But anyway, one more time, get your wine, any wine, uh, at www.masterfundifee.com. She has a lot of different flavors, and we are working together right now to with these wine holders. And if you have an idea of one that you would like, wait a minute, how come I didn't get a boop?
Hey, you.
Hi, sis. How are you?
Shoot, trying to keep my head down and my ducktail feathers tucked.
Listen, I feel you. I feel you. It's like, ooh, I don't even, I'm a roll over and go back to sleep. I don't even want none of that smoke, none of that energy, none of that, none of that.
I just want 2020 to end.
I
Then maybe
know.
on with it.
Wasn't it a horrible year?
This has been, I never thought in my life that I would be able to pinpoint a year in my lifetime. Like my
Mm-hmm.
mom be like, the year of 2000, 1972, oh, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Yeah, I have a 2020 story for my grandchildren.
Yeah, I believe I do as well. But the issue with 2020 is it was so much confusion and so much hatred, and it was a horrible time. It really was. I've seen a lot of protests, well, rallies. And I've seen a lot of rallies, more so than ever. I've seen more division, more so than ever. I mean, this has really been weird. It really has.
But the wine holders look good.
I I am so glad you like them. I am so glad you like them. And I did this video because I wanted to start packing them away, in the box, and making sure no hurt, harm, or danger comes to them. So
Yay.
I have a question while you're up here.
Yes, ma'am.
Explain, or not explain. Talk to me about your feelings on the wine chargers.
Now, the one that I personally have, I love it
Mhm.
because I can actually I have a tool for my wine, if that
Right.
makes sense. I
Mhm.
can take my charger. I can as a matter of fact, I did take it with me to go meditate in my tree ring because I just
Yes.
needed silence.
Right.
I just
Right.
and I guess it's not silence because you hear everything in nature going on around you, but I needed things to be still.
Right. Right.
So, I took my charger with me and, just set it beside me. And I came home, I put it on top of the wine that I wanted to drink. And it made me still.
Mm.
Love it. And I never would have thought about a wine charger, even though I charge my own water. I never even thought about it.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
It was not something, it's liquid. Duh. I mean, and when you came up with it, I was like, it's liquid. Duh. The fuck is wrong with me?
Well, the purpose was to definitely, and I think I said this on your show before. Um, I put actual crystals in some water, and I was like, "Listen, I didn't know what was going on, but I ended up at urgent care.
Okay.
That's a fact. Like, it's not that these crystals are not meant for you to ingest. So I said I got to find another way around it. And so when I started doing my resident, wait a minute, I have to. Sweet Bampy says, "How do you charge the wine?" Okay, um, you charge the wine by just putting the wine holder over the wine, and you
Oh,
speak
why?
your intention into it. Or
Right.
you can sit a glass of wine on top of one of the coasters, and you speak your intentions into it, and then you ingest it. No, it doesn't make it hot though.
No, it doesn't make
No,
it hot. Not at
no,
all.
doesn't change the temperature at all.
Mm-mm.
But
But it
what
changes the molecular structure of the water.
absolutely, absolutely. The water, the wine, the whatever you're drinking, it does. And it for me, um this I found something that I want, I really like doing. And I just enjoy the fact that you can put your intentions onto the water. I love it. I love it.
And your intentions can change. And again, a thing that I love about the one that I have in particular, the stones are there, the structure is there, but there are no
Mhm.
words on it. So I can
Right.
put my own uh, thoughtful intention into that. I'm not saying that
Absolutely.
the one with words is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. As a matter
Right.
of fact, that's even better if that's what your intention is.
Right. Right.
But with a blank slate, I can I can I can I can pour my obsessive love into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Color my
Right.
wine with it with my two glasses and take it to my husband.
Right. That's a fact. And I do um make things, and I like to customize them. Everything is customizable, but everything is, can also come blank as well. So um maybe when I made the magic coaster, I made it because I wanted whoever got it to remember their powers. You have to look at something sometimes and say, yes, I do have the power. Hi, awareness awakening.
Oh my
Grand rise. Grand
CNC
rise.
Music Factory. I got
That's right.
the
That's
power.
right. That's right. And you have to be reminded of that sometimes, though. You understand? You have to, you know, command your power, because sometimes you actually forget that you have it. You understand? So
Yes,
that was the intention when it came to my creation.
and I
And
love
that's
it.
what
I
I'm
love to
so
see my
glad.
people being creative and getting their money for it. This came out of your mind. There is not
Yes.
another thing on the planet like it. Nothing.
Yeah. And I know I've told you that I started crafting as a way to keep busy, just keep my mind off of falling into that morning space. But I have to tell you, Fee, sis,
Yes, ma'am.
you were talking to me yesterday, and you were looking dead in that camera with that one expression, like, hear what the fuck I'm saying right now. And I knew you were talking to me. And I'm telling you, it helped me to know that um, contracts are being fulfilled. That's the explanation. I have no fault in what is going on when it comes to contracts. And I just sat there and I cried. I cried. And today, today, you and I will make a pact. This will be our first conversation without tears. We always cry. Always.
I can't promise that. I
Oh,
can't
yes,
promise
you
that.
can.
No,
Yes,
no,
you
I couldn't
can.
promise God to obey my husband. I can't promise. I was like, I can't make that promise. We're gonna have to say something else because that's a
Okay.
lie. God knows it's a lie. God knows it's a lie to the point He won't even let me say it. How does that? Uh-uh.
Okay. Okay. I got it. I
I
got you.
can't
I got
promise
you.
that.
I
Okay.
got you. I
I
got you.
can't. I haven't disciplined myself to send that energy up, further up my spine instead of out of my eyes. But I'm learning. I'm
Right.
learning. I'm learning.
Well, I, I just wanted to let you know, like I told you before, you change lives and, you just saying and doing whatever you're led to do. And, you know, very
Hey man,
appreciated. Very appreciated.
as the vessels of as the vessel that is supposed to bring forth the life of our species, nobody taught us about the weight of
Mm.
life.
Mm-hmm.
And the weight of life is death.
Mm.
So, as much as people want us to bring life, you know, a life giver has to be disciplined in death.
Mm.
And we have to understand the contracts. We have nothing to do with that. The contract is between that entity and that entity.
Right.
Do sometimes we set a thing in motion? Sure. Yeah, I'll give us that. Sometimes we blindly set things in motion, good, bad, or indifferent.
Mm-hmm.
But it was set in motion because that's the contract.
Okay. And
That's the contract.
for those of you that are watching or will be watching, I just want to tell a short story real quick. My son was murdered 2016, and it was not until I joined Fee's book club for just a moment. I couldn't get myself focused enough to keep reading, but we did read a book called The Shack.
Yes.
And that book helped me open my eyes to so many things. And number one was God is so many people, so many different people, man, woman, Asian, black, green, alien. God is everything. And that was the uh main thing I took away from that book. But I also, as I was reading the book, and I joined the book club because I wanted to be accountable for reading the book. But I was um, in definite alignment with that father and his pain and his anger and his hatred and his skepticism. I mean, I mean, I was like riding on his shoulders. You know what I mean? In the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Who was the author of that book, Fundi?
Uh, let me go get it.
Okay,
Let me go get it. Oh, because that
Vampy.
I
She's she's gonna
I
get the book.
I ran into that book when I was corporately working and when I was a corporate monster, and I opened the book. Honestly,
Hmm.
it opened to the page of the description of Papa. Now,
Mm,
Papa in the book is God,
right,
but Papa was a big black woman.
right,
Which threw me for a second, and I had to read it like 4 times.
right,
And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, literally, my God. Because
right.
that is always And this is going to sound funny. This is always how I have seen God. I have always seen God as one or the other gender with the other name.
Hmm. Okay.
Like if it
And
was a
see.
dude, his name was Mama,
Mm-hmm.
and it's always been the thing in my head. And then when the book said, when the guy said, when God said, forgive me, when God said, I change according to how you need to see me,
Yes.
I was floored.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. The movie did not give it justice. So
It
if
did
you're
not.
gonna, Sweet Vampy, if you're going to, the book is it is online. It is in an audio book, so you can listen to it. That's the best way I get through books too, just
William
listening to it.
Paul.
Mm,
William Paul Young is the
yeah.
author.
Yep.
William Paul Young is the author.
Okay, awareness. Glad to have you. Stick around. It gets good sometimes. But the one thing about the movie is um it kind of gave you a visual, and it made you it confirmed what you were seeing in your mind's eye when you were reading the book. But so many things were left out as far as the movie is concerned. And when I find myself identifying with this man who had all of these different anger issues to start up with, and then he was just kind of like giving a finger to God after a while. Like,
Yep.
I want nothing to do with this bullshit life you're talking about. You understand? And
Right.
so when God finally came to him and was like, "Sit down, child.
Well,
Have a cup of sweet tea or whatever.
let's
However she was talking to him."
let's be honest about that. Because God did not just extend that invitation to him. He got the invitation. And he was supposed to give the invitation to his wife and his daughter.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he was
yep,
selfish.
yeah,
He didn't
yep,
even allow his wife and daughter this because of his skepticism. The beauty of meeting God.
yeah.
And how many of us step in the way of God?
Ooh, I believe that's all of us.
All of us
Mm-hmm.
trying to protect people
Yeah,
on what we believe is protection, on our little understanding, man.
yeah,
That's why people feed. Why aren't you doing anything? I don't get in the way of God.
right,
I let God do God's work. And if God need me, God will let me know.
right. That's a fact.
But I don't fuck with nobody's invitation. Because I remember my invitation. And I would have wanted nobody to save me from my invitation from God.
Right. Yep.
And we
We can,
we cock block on God so much it's ridiculous.
isn't it? You're right. And what's amazing is every time you mess up the plan, some kind of way it'll circle around and give you a second chance to make it right.
Man, it do, but
Some
how much time
kind of
did you
way.
lose?
Exactly. And then how much time do you really have? You know what I mean? Like, you might not be around for the second come around, the second,
Precisely.
yeah. So when you learn to just get out of the way and do what's necessary the first time, you won't have to keep coming back. You were talking yesterday about coming back as a tree or as water. And I was like, shit, I don't want to sign up for this again. You know what I'm
See?
saying?
What? Yes.
Like,
Yes.
and you were like, water forever. And I'm like, forever, ever? Hell
Forever,
no.
ever.
I don't want to come back here. No, 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 no.
Stuck in a cycle right
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Awareness says, you're so true, Fee. We're busy trying to fix the situation instead of being still. And that's a fact. That is a fact. Because we in our limited knowledge, we believe that we can fix everything,
Yep.
not knowing what has to happen in the universe. You know, um, when you skip a rock on a pond, you know, you set off a wave of motion, and that's how I see it. Don't skip the rock. Just stand there and appreciate. Don't skip the rock and make things move. Just stand and be still.
Nobody watched the butterfly effect.
I don't remember if I've seen that or not. I don't think
Man,
so.
a fly landing on the waters in India can start a typhoon in America.
Okay. Let me write that one down. I need to see that one.
That's an old wisdom. A fly landing on the water can start a typhoon.
Mhm.
We don't know what little motion that we make that sets off big things at the end.
Right.
You know, I had my fight with God. I had my fight. I was 21, straight up, midnight, overgrown field in the back of my house. Me and God had a slap out. Well, I had a slap out fight with God.
Mhm.
Look, we either gonna come to an agreement or you gonna leave me the fuck alone.
I understand that. I
One or
do.
the other, man. And just leave either you are going to show me what you have for me or I'm crossing over. I'm done with all this shit. You and the devil can go to hell.
Right.
And I got my revelation. People act like you can't talk to God. That's all God wants.
Exactly.
As a parent, isn't that what you want from your kids?
Yes. And I want them to make sure that they trust me enough that they don't have to sneak around and do things that will mess up the process for later on. So
And
I
ask for
totally
anything.
understand. Yeah, I totally understand being a universal parent. You know what I mean? I understand that concept. You know what I mean? Like, come to me, talk to me, let me give you some direction because I am the Alpha and the Omega. Let me show you some things that you may not have considered in your journey. And yeah, I definitely understand that.
You know, I asked God about religion. Like, what? Religion? What? Religion. I like,
Right,
I didn't do that.
right,
I said nature
right.
in motion. That's what I did. Y'all
Mhm.
wrote on top of my creation. Y'all. I said there was a time for all things under heaven, period. Now what?
Right.
God is not a good God. God is just God.
Mm,
Good is a judgment that we should not make, not on God.
right.
God is, period.
That's a fact. And I
Period.
think the sooner people are able to sit up and look at God the way that the shack showed me to look at God, the shack showed me that God is could be in that homeless person that you pick on or don't give something to or that that victim of bullying, uh, that that you may see. You have to treat everyone as God because there is God in all of us. Now, even though some people stretch the God concept to no end, and you see is the demon, everyone has God in them. But I understand, in order to protect your energies and all of that good stuff, you got to step away from people, but there is God in each and every one of us. And um, that's just, it's kind of difficult to remember all the time. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is difficult to remember. It is very difficult to remember. But, and let me say this, and this is a secret.
Hmm.
There's really no such thing as a demon. If we look at the movie Moana, right?
Hmm.
We look at was the villain, right?
Hmm.
Which was hurtling lava and stone and hot rock at people, right?
Hmm.
Moana looked a little deeper and told her, I know who you are. And when she gave her back her heart, she became her full self again. And we saw the God that was inside what we thought. When you see someone in that state, which is why I wanted people to leave ZX alone,
Hmm.
he's missing something. He's missing his
Hmm.
heart. And a whole bunch of us are missing our hearts. It never developed. Somebody snatched it. Somebody put a hole in it.
Hmm.
And to fill it, you just lash out because you don't know how. And I get it.
Hmm.
I get it because I see him. I know who he is. I know who Nature Boy is. And I can go on and on and on and on in the list because I was there.
Hmm.
And somebody found me a heart, not my heart, because my heart was shattered.
Hmm.
Didn't work no more. So my teacher and my husband, just like Isis and her sister, brought Osiris back in building his body again. They rebuilt my heart
Hmm.
and gave it back to me. And then I was able to rest and grow and forgive and
Hmm.
teach and spread, I guess, love. I call it concern. Some people call it love. But if I can help you remember who you are and where we are, I've done my job.
That's a fact. That's powerful.
I just want to help people rebuild their hearts.
And those people have to be willing. They have, like they say, the first step to knowing that you have an addiction is admitting it. And people have to admit that they are broken instead of trying to puff up like the puffer fish whenever they feel attacked. Sometimes you have to step down and Be humble. Grand rise, Cherie. Grand rise. Um, so I understand when you talk about helping people put their hearts together, because life is very traumatic and life will shatter your heart. The more disappointment you have in people, in situations, uh, the faster you will experience shattering.
Yeah.
And then you become an adult, especially when we talk about, 1 in 4 women have been raped, and I don't even know what the statistic is. Excuse me, on molestation. And we're finding out now that's not just women, that's men too.
That would be 8 in 10 for molestation by the
Okay.
time they're 10. By the
Okay.
time she's 10,
Mm,
by the time she's 17, it's 9 in 10.
mm,
And brothers wonder why we're cautious.
right.
But
That's
then
a fact.
again, for them, it's the exact flip side. When they get violated, it's celebrated. So they have no idea what we go through when we're violated because we go the exact opposite way.
Hmm.
A boy gets violated by a 16-year-old girl, he's high dap. Oh, you did that. Oh, you got an older woman. Ah. If
Right.
it's flipped, she brought it on herself. She
Hmm.
enticed him. She's a slut. She's a whore. See the difference?
I absolutely do.
Now he comes down in life and she talks about being violated. He cannot, the man can't relate. You want to know why there's so many of them violating us? Because they can't relate. Because for them, violation is a high five.
Right. It makes perfect sense. It's sad, but it makes sense. But for a moment, let's talk about that little girl who has been molested, um, in her uh, single digit years,
Sure.
and she is very skeptical of everyone she meets. She's angry at everyone she meets. Grand Rise Akoma, um, and uh, she's starting to break at the tender age of 5, 7, 9. These children, and those are the ones that grow up to be, uh, I- they grow up and never search for the rebuild. And what they do is they depend on a relationship to help them rebuild, and that's a good thing if you have the right person. So when you talk about your teacher, your husband that had the intent to help you rebuild, that's a whole different ball game than the pimp who will come along and take full advantage.
And here is where I have to be so completely honest with my experience.
Hmm.
You won't know the difference until the results happen
Okay.
because the relationship is almost the same.
Right.
It is almost the same. I had to subject myself to this man's will. I remember Y'all know I love my locks. Me and my these I love my locks. People don't touch them. I am known for my hair.
Mhm.
When my teacher decided to take me deeper into his teachings and his way of life, he sat me in front of him and he put some scissors on the table. I didn't know what the hell was going on. And he was like, for this next level, will you cut your hair? Hmm? I sat there for a minute like, cut my hair? Huh. Now I'd been with him 2 years. When I picked up the scissors and got ready to cut, he stopped me. It's like I just wanted to know what you if you give up something that you prize heavily for what I'm about to give you, because it's gonna be the world. And in 2 years, I was a world champion. My name written in one of the longest histories that there is on the planet, and that's China's. He could have been playing me for 3 straight years, playing me. But at the end, not only did he give me his secrets, he allowed me to shine on my own without him. That's God. Gods make other gods so they can move on and we can shine in their stead. If he was going to pull a nature boy, I'd still be sitting under him to this day. But that's not it. No, God stand alone, man. Even in the shack, the three representations of God stood alone, although they could be together and were together often and regularly. Work together. But they did stand alone and they had their own personalities. Jesus was nothing like Papa, but they were exactly the same. God was not like Akasha, but they were exactly the same. And sometimes when you go into the garden with Akasha, this is a reference from the book. When you go in the garden with Akasha, she's going to have you pulling roots. Some things you have to prune in your garden. Just cut it back so you can get some new growth. But sometimes when some things are not working for you got to pull it out by the root and replant. It's going to look like a hodgepodge mess from the ground. But if you go above it, you'll see the pattern and you'll understand. But you got to get above it. You got to not care so you can walk on water. You can't carry things and walk on water. You can't carry worry. You can't carry your daughter, your son. You can't carry anything and walk on water. And I see a whole bunch of people trying to walk on water while carrying the world. You'll sink every time. God is going to ask you, what are you willing to sacrifice your most prized possession for the next level? And it's a crazy, crazy relationship because it's still pimp game. honestly. It's just that I got a reward afterwards. If I hadn't listened, I wouldn't be here. If I'd have listened, I wouldn't be here. If there was just one thing that I didn't do that he wanted me to do, or I did that he didn't want me to do, I wouldn't be here. Can you find God's message even when you're being beaten? That's hard. Can you heal while people are still trying to injure you? That's a trick. Oh, you got kicked out. Oh, sorry. But yeah, man, it just it becomes very, very, very interesting in watching how God plays around you. And your healing doesn't come from where you think it's going to come from. It always comes from somewhere crazy at some crazy time. Healing always kept you off guard. Always. But like I said yesterday, man, life finds its way. Life finds its way. And sometimes, man, the very people that you think don't understand you are the people that understand the most. Shit, I know Nature Boy doesn't think I understand him. I do. ZX don't think I understand. I do. Doesn't mean I agree, but I understand. But if you can get that book, if you can read that book, it is an excellent, excellent book. The Shack is an excellent, excellent, excellent book. Especially if you're trying to shift your perspective on who or what God is. Absolutely amazing. Man, talk to God. You can get mad at God. I did. I did. And I didn't understand what the consequences was going to be. Shoot, a personal relationship with my God? I think I said it a couple months ago. I believe in what I believe in. I know what I know. And in knowing what I know and believing in what I believe, I can be the leaf on the troubled waters. I can zen right through this. I can do it. The only thing that gets in my way is friendly fire. Friendly fire. God damn it. And I came in this motherfucker. Anybody remember what I used to say when I came in here? I don't do friendly fire. I don't do friendly fire. In most militaries, friendly fire is what gets most of the soldiers killed. Not combative fire, friendly fire. Oh, trust me, I have yelled at him angry too, but God does forgive after the punishment. You got a punishment? Well, I guess, I don't know, was it? Was Tai Chi a punishment? Tai Chi might have been a punishment at first. It might have. No, I think it was. Tai Chi was a punishment at first. And it was a punishment at first because, I was a bigger girl. I was a bigger girl when I started Tai Chi. I was a big girl. I was a big girl. So, when I look at me now, I'm like, I'm good. But yeah, my classes were my classes were a mile and a half from my house. I had no transportation and I was homeless. And where I was squatting was absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, I decided to go ahead and start walking. I walked to class. I walked to class. I had class and I walked home. And that began my journey back to myself, so to speak. And that's why y'all always hear me talking about the long walk home. Cause it was a very, very long walk home. It was a very long walk home. So yeah, okay, that was my punishment. That walk home was punishment. But here's the thing, man. If you can stand up to the punishment polishes you, man. It polishes you beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. The Shack is on YouTube. Yes, it is on YouTube as an audiobook. Please listen to the audiobook. I mean, watching the movie is one thing, but it left out so much. Please read the book. It would behoove you to read the book. It really would. It really, really would. But, and there's no but to that. There's no but to that. It's a wonderful book about God. Yes, steel sharpens steel. It sure does. Girl, why am I up here alone? I'm like, this is not my show. Where's the chiefess? But yesterday's show, man, I just wanted people to understand life and its contracts, and putting what you think is your guilt to the side, because life finds its own way, and the only life you have control of is yours. I love God, but I also love how people can guide me too in life. Man, that's God. That's God. That's the God moving in them, man. It's the only way. Man, God uses machines, birds, wind, rain, dogs, children. I love when God shows up in children. That is the craziest. You, you ever been in a room and y'all talking and a child comes in and says the most profound thing and then just walks out like nothing happened? My youngest son used to do that all the time, all the time. And he's a quiet, introspective child. So when he spoke, even adults shut up to hear what he was going to say because he just didn't talk like that. Shh. He walk in the room, we a whole bunch of adults be talking about something, and he says something so absolutely profound, and then turn around and walk out and leave us speechless. That's God. That's God.
See, I'm back. I'm so glad you kept going. I had no idea my computer it shut down and had to do whatever it does. I was like,
Girl, I'm the best wingman you could ever have.
listen, you absolutely are because I don't know what the heck happened. I don't, but
It's
I'm glad
okay,
you were
man.
able to continue. Your words always inspire and help us navigate through this thing called life. Like, people say life doesn't come with a instruction manual, but my
I
thing
wish
is it
I would have opted for one. If there was an
exactly. It
option,
should.
if
It
just a
should.
baby or a baby and an instruction book, I take both options, please.
Right.
I'd have
Exactly.
pooped that book out. How do you
E-
want me to get the book out?
Exactly. Exactly. Because I was we were talking about the child uh, that has experienced its first taste of brokenness, and that person grows up to uh, to find um, some type of outlet, in order to um, cope. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but I'm so glad that you know even the technology has put me in a position to be around positive people and people who can you can lean on and all of that good stuff. But at the same time, you know I've been able to listen to so many experiences. Even when you were talking about Nature Boy, I've listened to those women, and I understand that um, they are in fact broken, and that is their way of coping. And I was saying that it could go so many ways, but I'm just glad that some pimp didn't come along and pick me up at the time that I was broken. You understand? So I mean,
Yes,
even when you say and you understand broken people, I am not that advanced. I can recognize when someone is broken, but I do not understand it because a lot of people don't share their stories. But I can definitely see or I can recognize when a person is broken. You understand?
I get it. Yes, yes.
But I wish that all of us who have been broken, and that's most of us,
That's most of us.
right, would just turn around and say, "Hey, I need to make myself whole. I need to become a whole person." Because we fall into marriages, we fall into friendships, we fall into so many things, not really knowing um, love for ourselves, and that's sad. And I can admit that I've done it.
Sister, two men loved me until I could love myself. I was incapable of it. That's that's one of the biggest secrets in the Black community. We're almost incapable of love from our mistrust.
Hmm.
500 years. We're just going to talk about 500 years here. We're not going to talk about the time that it took them to break us to this point. We're just going to talk about 500 years
Hmm.
where a whole set of men were allowed to study the human behavior, and another set of men were taken back to the Stone Ages. Now that set of men that were taken to the Stone Ages, we now have to catch up. But it's hard to catch up when the people who broke you broke your mind.
That's a
That's your
fact.
central nervous system. That's your motherboard. That
Right.
what happens to a computer when the motherboard don't work?
It won't even turn on.
You get it?
Hmm.
Somebody got to go in and reprogram, fix, solder the motherboard.
Hmm.
And that takes somebody with a little bit of talent, a little bit of skill. Right, Cherie? Because everybody don't know what they doing to a
Right.
motherboard. They're very easy to break, very hard to fix.
Hmm.
That takes a master, especially if you want it to function on its own. Because see, a lot of people want to control the computer. They want to control your motherboard. No, 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 no. I like the ones that want to get the motherboard to work by itself so they can walk away.
Fact.
I didn't raise my children, so they had to lean on me as an adult. No, I raised my children to be adults. You stand on your 2 feet as much as you possibly can. But when and if you fall, when and if you skin your knee, when and if it is all too much that even you have to lay down on the ground because the weight of the world wants to put you in your grave. I'll
Yes.
be there to help you up, but I will not stay because it doesn't serve you.
I have a question for you, Fundi.
Yes, ma'am.
While we're talking, do you think part of the man, uh, the the male side being broken is we tell them to repress everything. We tell them not to cry. We tell them, uh, you know, don't show your emotions. Do you think that's part of how men become broken?
Yes,
Hmm.
but that's a protection for them too.
Okay.
The black community hiding their emotions is a life skill for us. Generations of us had to hide our emotions. You can't show master you mad. Master is raping you and you have to act like you like it.
Hmm.
Master is beating your child to death in front of you and you can't react naturally anyway. We have been our motherboard got reprogrammed, crossed, and resoldered. We are not a natural people.
Hmm.
We're something new. We're something brand new. And we don't even know how to take advantage of it because we're 500 years behind the fucking black ball. Literally. People wonder why I talk about my teacher the way that I do. Man, he took me through 3 generations of get that shit off me to be who I am now, to be able to see with these eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And people call me extraordinary. No, I'm not. Because everybody around me is like me. I'm not ordinary. I'm not extraordinary. I'm very ordinary in my personal community. I'm smart. No, I'm not. I sit under men that I sit under men that I think is smart. Think about that. I'm still being taught by men and women. So there's got to be somebody smarter than me. Insight, I have none compared to these people. I'm a baby at this compared to them. They're what I want to be when I grow up.
Right.
You know, I'm
All of the 4 people who are participating in the chat with us, I have become so engrossed in the conversation. I have not been able to unhide comments. So, ladies, please use your wrenches and help me out. You have all become moderators. You too, Fundi. So, I I give out. I just want people to know because I have been accused of uh, bullshitting around with the wrenches in the YouTube streets. But I give wrenches because I want people to be able to come and share and show. Um, so yes, ma'am, you do. Yes, ma'am, you do.
Sweet Vamp, people see me as, a black activist. They would be hard pressed to find out that one of my better friends, honestly, one of my better friends, Lily White, Lily White.
Mhm.
But she's a yaya. And I have learned so much from her because, again, I can see God in everybody.
Mhm.
When I was in college, man, I had a swastika toting uh um uh neo-Nazi for a roommate. I was on my RBG back then. So we looking at each other across the room like, okay, we gonna have to make a truce here. But in the darkness of the night, she upset. Me being who I am, what's wrong? Not that I give a damn, because I didn't. But to find out about her, and then she find out about me, and then we found out that we really did have common ground.
Mhm.
She was one of the only roommates that I ever had that lasted all semester. Because it was a pure relationship. There was absolutely no reason for either of us to have pretense with one another. We didn't even like each other's damn stance.
Mhm.
But when we came down to it, there were 2 things that we realized that we both understood. We both love our culture, and nobody wants to see their culture eradicated. Nobody.
Right.
And we love our children. The love of that what softened my heart for her and softened her heart for me.
Yes,
Again,
because
we
I
still
believe
didn't give a damn.
right. But I believe rather than pointing out our differences, we should come together and point out our similarities. Um, I was on Jazzy's panel yesterday, and we were talking about, and we were talking. I was talking to a lot of younger people about how the '70s were, even though I was younger, I was a young child in the '70s. I did see how we tried to put our skin colors aside and share our cultures and share our ways, and tried to let each other know. I wanted to let white people know what it was like to be black, and they wanted to let you know uh, white people know what it was like to black people know what it was like to be white. And then I want to say it was the early '80s. It took a it took a downturn because you remember the movie 10 with Bo Derek?
Yes.
She
Where
got
she's running
those.
down the beach with her hair corn rolled. Yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
my God, people lost their motherfucking shit. And I was just like, what's the big deal? She could wear cornrows. I mean,
Nah,
I
you need to
really,
show that picture at my mama's house. My mama will throw you out her back door. She ain't gonna throw you out the
li-
front, she'll throw you out the back, and that's shameful.
I, I know. Listen, listen,
Can't do that.
people lost their whole shit. And I was like, um, and to me, that was the decline of that love and uh that was the starting point right there where people was like, no, fuck that. Bo Derek should never wear fucking cornrows. How dare her? Who did that shit? Who braided her hair like that? I mean, and then she has beads on there too, and people lost it. And people lost their minds. And it was like, oh, okay. Now we're getting back to the divide, you know. And I mean, it was like people were thinking, I guess, in their minds, like, um, we're taking this integration shit too far. You know what I mean? Like, don't come over here with that bullshit. Like, next thing you know, y'all gonna be eating pig feet and chitlins, and y'all gonna be doing the most. But before that, I remember not not caring about the race of other people, never even seeing it, understanding and being taught. That's another thing. Being taught that we all bleed red, period. And my father, he is from down south and he has experienced racism, but he didn't teach us that. He taught us something different because he wanted something different for us. And I think the more that I I knew that my race would be tolerated by people who were open, that opened more doors for me personally in my life. You know?
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. But again, we're human. We're human. I can learn from a child. So the color of your skin has absolutely nothing to do with how I learn from you.
Mhm.
Nothing. Neither does your gender. Because again, I'm watching God move. You're irrelevant.
Right. Right.
I'm, I'm watching what's moving inside of you. The tattoo of Africa that I have on the back of my neck was done by a skinhead.
Mm.
And when I left that tattoo parlor, he and I had a bit of an understanding.
Mhm.
I get their anger. Man, think about this for a minute. If any, see, we're on one side of the spectrum. See, if we mate with somebody, that child is going to look like us. Period.
Mhm.
It becomes us. And the whole world agrees, right? When a white man or white woman mates with any other race on the planet, that shall we, and I'm gonna that Western European look
Hmm.
gets diluted, and they lose another generation. They're looking at their own extinction.
Hmm.
And any species looking at an extinction is going to fight to stay alive. That's just what it is.
Yeah, but you would fight the threat, the direct threat, not just innocent bystanders, right?
Would you?
I think I would. I think I would fight the direct threat.
And okay, now think about this. What is that direct threat? Go.
Anything that's coming towards me in a violent way in order to exterminate.
And that has to do with sex now, doesn't it?
Hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Now, do they not attack the genitalia of not only black men and black women, but the genitalia of every other colored group of people, so to speak, on the planet? Because it is genitalia that's killing them.
Hmm.
So you're right.
You
I didn't
just
want
threw
you to think you was wrong.
you just threw me down a whole Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole. Like I'm still falling. I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of damn sense. All right. Yeah.
Now the eugenics program makes a whole lot of sense, don't it?
Mhm.
It's to
Wow.
keep our numbers down. Can you imagine if every child that was born since Margaret Sanger put up Planned Parenthood? Could you imagine how many black children, black
Mm.
people there would be in the United States right now without that program?
Right. Because we all know some woman who used the center as birth control. So
I know a
I
whole bunch.
yeah, yeah.
Can you imagine how many children would be born to us without birth control?
Mm.
Because a lot of us have been having sex since we were 15, 16, 12. I mean, even if it wasn't consensual,
Right.
we've been having sex as black women, and I can only speak for black women because I'm not a part of any other community,
Mhm.
since the pedophile got their hands on us.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes people was like, I don't know why she put that girl on birth control. She just got her period. Well, mama might know something about that girl's situation that you
Right.
might not know, because sometimes mothers were very aware of the molestation that their daughters were going through, but couldn't do anything about it except
Mhm.
put that girl on birth control so at least she doesn't have that problem.
Mhm.
I've been on birth control since I got my period. I love to hear that one, especially if mama is standing there because I look right over at her.
Mhm.
because I didn't get on birth control until I started having sex.
And I I I told this story somewhere. I don't remember whose panel I was on, but uh, due to a rape, my mother had to take me to an entirely different state for a 2 day abortion procedure at the age of 12. And Fundi, don't you start. Um, we were we were in the hotel room that night, and she asked me, "Do you understand why you can't keep this baby?" And I told her, I said, "Yeah, I understand. It's not, I don't want a child by um, someone who beat me and tried to leave me for dead." And she looked at me and she said, "When this is over, do you want to be on birth control?" And I told her, "No, I'm never having sex. Uh, you know, I'm, I don't want any part of the sexual part of a relationship."
Well, shit, your genitalia had been violated, and now you have to violate it again to fix that violation.
Exactly, exactly. But I'm just thinking how innocent the conversation really was,
Yeah,
because I was straight, as straightforward with her as I could be. But I remember being in that hotel, and I mean, I don't know if all of you know, but what they do is the first day they insert uh, cones into your uterus to make it expand. And I laid there cramping like, I mean, that shit was horrible. I believe that it was more horrible than the uh, contractions I had when I actually gave birth. That was horrible. And in that time frame, my mother was trying to discuss the future with me, and in my mind, there was no future. You understand what I'm saying?
yes,
Um, I don't know what this is going to do to my body, because they did discuss with me I may never be able to have kids. They told me all of that, and so I'm talking to her as if uh, no, I mean, there's no use in me even thinking about sex. You understand? So at that
understand.
even at the age of 12, at the age of 12, I had to jump the fuck up and be a woman. I had to make a decision as a woman. And of course, my mother and my parents were very supportive of me. Um, they made sure that uh, I was as comfortable as I could be. They made sure that I got all of my school work and everything, and I'm like, I am fucking 12 years old, pregnant. 12. And so I say to all victors, because I will never, ever, ever claim to be a victim, ever. Because they also talked to me that day about there was a possibility that I would not live through that procedure.
Correct.
So I see life as um, it drags you to fuck through it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I have my good days, I have my bad days, but I do feel as if life just drags you the fuck through it. But I will never, You will never hear me say that I'm a victim, because I am a victor. I have overcome so many things. So that's why when we go back and we talk about the shack, this man was in the very same position that I was, mind wise, when he lost his daughter. He was trying to figure it out. He was trying to figure it out. Like, why would you give me this child and then take her away? And when God appeared as a Chinese uh, uh, um, groundskeeper, I believe that's right. Is that right, Fundi?
Yes.
Was it, okay? And when God appeared as this old, uh, 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 big, kind of a big Southern woman, when God appeared in so many different ways, I threw myself back into all of these situations and I said, yeah, it's true. God has been there with me all of the time. All of the time. I didn't realize that until I read that book, Fundi. Facts. I didn't realize that even though I was being drugged through this life, he's been there, she's been there, it's been there, whatever you want to call, the whole entire time. The entire time. So Fundi, when I just want you to know, when you come and you share and you tell us things, we want to know that we're normal. It is normal to feel as if you have been dragged by your
Yes.
asshole through life. It's normal.
Yeah. Hmm.
It's normal to
Very.
feel like life just keeps giving you a fucking wedgie every single, time you look around, you know?
That
That's
you are
normal.
the joke of the universal cosmic
That's right.
comedian.
That's right.
Yes. Yes,
Mhm.
yes. But then someone comes along while you're feeling drug
Mhm.
and you realize that your life is moving the same way their life is moving, but they're not being drugged. They're actually dancing
Mm.
and they're having fun. I want some of that. What are they doing? Okay, okay. Okay, first I gotta stand up. Okay, okay. Oh shit, hold on, wait, okay. Wait, get my feet under. Ah shit. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, I'm up. I'm there, okay, I'm up. Oh fuck. Oh
Right.
like
Right.
skating.
Right.
It's like skating. And then you realize that there's a pattern, but somebody is standing there dancing with their life long enough that you can see it through your trauma of being drugged.
Mhm.
Okay, a little quicker feet. Let me get my left. Okay, when life does this, they're doing this. Okay, soon as my life does that, I'm gonna do that too, and I'm gonna see what happens. And bink, you get the dance. You get the dance for 3, 4 good seconds, and then your life does something else wacky.
Right.
And
Right.
drug in.
Oh, wait, wait, wait. Fundi, guess who just snuck up in here?
Who snuck up in here?
Indigo.
No, she
Uh-huh.
didn't.
Uh-huh.
Indigo can't sneak nowhere. She indigo.
Uh, Look, she just snuck up in here. She missed the entire first part. So I'm gonna have to do that again. Remember what we were talking about earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm. So, just a brief intermission, ladies and gentlemen. First, Grand Rise, Miss Indigo. We are going to have a fake raffle. Do not, do not hit my Cash App. Just type in an amount um, of a dollar amount in the chat. Do not hit my cash app. Do not hit my cash app. Do not hit my cash app. So everybody that's here, just type like an amount, just an amount, a dollar amount in the chat, not my cash app. What what is she talking about? $109 for me. Okay, 888. Good numbers. Dollar nine. Come on, Indigo. Boondy gave me a whole phone number and area code. She said I win. Okay,
Let me
so
turn this mic off.
okay, so did everybody get a chance to type? Okay, drum roll. Wait, let me see.
Don't be
Okay.
judging me, the awareness awakening. Don't be judging me. You judge yourself.
Okay, let me pick a winner.
I got all the numbers in there, so y'all can go and sit down. There's not a number I didn't come close to.
That's true. I don't even think. Yeah, you did repeat numbers, so you got them all in there. That's true. That much is true. Okay, so let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me drop my link again so I can get in here on my phone. I got 0 and 2. Okay, so we have a winner, and
I would like to say, before we even come up with the results, I
mhm.
am a Trump. This has been rigged. I'd like the vote recounted. How Biden of you. We know who you voted for, lady.
You want to recount?
Oh, already. And I ain't even heard the results. Now what?
Let me see. Okay. Oh, now I gotta act off. I don't know how to fix that. But um, Indigo, you're the winner, honey. Let me show you what you won.
First, I'd like to say that I'm a sore loser, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Indigo, can you see that?
Ugh. Ugh.
Look, and if you go back, if you get a chance to go back, that's the first thing we said. Indigo says she never wins. So we set this live up so you can win your own personalized. You can either use this as a wait a minute. Here she is.
I won. I won.
Yes. So you have your own personalized coaster, or a candle holder, whichever you choose to, however you choose to use it. And we made that whole raffle and everything because you are the one who says you never win, and
True.
everyone is a winner here.
Well, I appreciate it, Choctaw. It's beautiful and it's my favorite colors too.
I
You know what?
heard you
I'm not
say your
worried about your
favorite
stank face.
colors.
Say what?
I heard you say your favorite colors in a live the other day. You said blue and purple, and I said I'm gonna make her a winner.
Thank you.
Awareness,
I love it.
awareness said she demands a recount.
You know what? I'm not worried about sister awareness, and I'm not worried about the stank face that Miss Fee has right now. I'm not
Uh-huh.
worried about that. So I'm just gonna take that in stride. I thank y'all very, very much. It's beautiful, Miss Choctaw.
Well, I'm glad you love it. I'm glad you love
I'm
it.
glad I got my boots on.
You know what? You can have your boots on, but you know I'm very competitive, and I never win anything. But you know what? Now I have a piece of Choctaw sport. You know, like Fundi and Buddy. But you know, I got my own now.
I love you, Fondy.
It got my name on it.
I love you, Fondy.
It got my name. Ain't nobody talking to me.
Hey
That's
man, how
okay.
you doing? You good? You good? She treating you right?
Yeah, he ain't. He ain't. He ain't. You all up
Nah,
in my.
nah,
Get out of here.
not for the good.
Come on. Dang. It's my
What?
spotlight.
You look what? You see, this is she don't deserve nothing. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever, Fundi. Whatever, Fundi. I still treasure that. It has my name on it. And you know I love stuff with my name on it. Because I am in gold. Ah!
Just
Okay.
good for you. Huh?
Anyway, like I said, I appreciate it. I love it. I will provide the info for you, Miss Choctaw.
Yes, ma'am. My email address, I just put that in the chat.
Okay.
Um, so hit me with an email, and when this is over, and when this is over, I will also put it in the comments.
No,
But
no problem. I'm
what I
finna,
will try, what I will try to do is every time
She
I
didn't even
do go
share your
live,
live. I want to say that for the record.
uh, she will, because she won. She wants other people to see that she won, so she'll share it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'll be sharing a lot. Matter of
Hmm.
fact, matter of fact, I believe in equal play. Um, Miss Choctaw, you are aware that I am having a workshop 12321.
No.
I'm well, yes, ma'am. I
Okay.
am having I am having a workshop 12321. Okay?
Mhm.
And it's called What is a Teacher?
Mhm.
Will you please honor my workshop by coming to it? It's going to be at 7 p.m. I understand if you can't make it, but I am personally inviting you as my personal guest.
Absolutely. 21. I think I should be off work by then and
Well,
can stay.
it's going to be January 23rd next year.
Oh,
In January.
January 23rd. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
January 23rd. It's supposed to be at 7 p.m. I have the flyer out. I'm not sure if you're on Facebook or not, but I was gonna ask Sister Foon because she shared it for me. You know, but she being kind of mean right now. But you know, I, once I have your email, I'll send it to you myself. I will
Okay.
be honored if you show up as my personal guest, man.
Absolutely. I'm honored. My goodness, I'm honored. Yes, I
Thank
absolutely
you very
will. Absolutely
Really?
will.
That's what we doing now? That let me back it. Let me so you can
much.
see the eyebrow. That's what we're doing now?
Fondi,
Fondy,
Fondi, you
Fondy.
already have your place, sis. Your place is already there. Your place was there
Uh-oh.
before anybody ever knew about it.
Uh-oh. We
See, I'm a you know
Uh,
what?
yes, ma'am. Yes,
You,
yes, ma'am.
you know what? You know, but interesting.
What's interesting, Fee?
Interesting. That's what I'm
What,
gonna
what's
say. That's what I'm gonna
what's
say. Huh?
what's so interesting, Fee?
Interesting.
You know what, Fondy? I love.
You know, I do love our sisterly squabbles. You know, I'm down for it. So I'm just gonna sit back and listen. I'm just gonna listen.
Okay, see, you know what? Mm, you know what?
I love you. That's all I know is that I love my sisters and I love Fundi.
And you gonna say it again,
Love you.
I love you, Fundi.
and you said it again,
I love you, Fundi.
Oh my God.
and again.
But
You
we
Oh
know
my
I
all
love
love
you.
you.
God.
What's the issue?
Oh, we're all gonna get in on this. You,
You know I love you, Fundi.
Oh, wait. Should I step back? Okay. How do I how do I delete a said comment? How do I do that? How do I retract the said comment? Is there a way to do that? Is there a delete button for what you say?
I'm gonna.
Is there a
You
way
know
I can
what? I'm feeling this virtual kick, high kick that she has right here. Yeah, right about there, Fundi, right in the middle of my nose area. I'm feeling this virtual kick. so
mm,
I'm so I'm going to stop while I'm ahead because she's
hmm
only like 4 hours away from me, and I don't put it past her to come up here and deliver it in person. See, so so
Ooh.
I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. And
Hmm.
again, I'm going to say thank you so much, Choctaw. I'm going to drop back down in the comments. Um, yeah, that part. Love y'all.
Love
You
you
know what?
back.
Look, I'm not worried about Morla. Okay, I know about Morla. You keep your Morla. Goodness, I'm. You know what? I don't have to take this. I'm going back to the church. Peace.
Peace.
Oh, you did not give me the MB card. Oh, now that's disrespectful. That's just disrespectful. She gave me the MB card. Now I am leaving. I'm out of here. I'm taking my prize and I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Mm-mm-mm.
we supposed. I'm not. I'm supposed to care? No, no. Marla, I don't care that I don't care right now. I'm allergic to humans.
But she just gave you some of the power to walk away. That's what she did.
Oh, is that what we're doing? That
That's
okay?
what
All
she
right.
did. That's what she did. I'm just saying.
She's kicked in the back walking away. I'm just saying. The
Ah,
dangers to walking away.
you didn't you didn't teach us that. You told us how to walk away, and that's what she did.
And I'm still in danger while walking away. The danger did not stop.
Indigo said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Well, I'm at least glad that we understand that we have options.
Yes, yes.
Have options.
Well, Fundi, I'm going to wrap this up, and any
Yes, ma'am.
final thoughts that you have would be very much appreciated. Before I give it to Fundi, though, I want to say that I will be going live periodically. It is very difficult for me to set up live because you got to make sure everything is together. But I do want you all to come back. Um, I will be having oh, here come Auntie Awareness.
I like the awareness,
Hi,
unlike other
baby.
people.
Morning, y'all. Well,
How are
Grand
you?
Rise, because
Grand
Foodie
Rise.
doesn't like morning.
At me either. But Grand Rise, how are you?
I am doing swell. I
That's
am
great.
in my office.
What you mix?
Hold on. Can y'all? Oh, how do I flip the camera, y'all? Y'all know I'm slow with this
You have to
technology.
go to settings. You
It seems
hit cam and mic and settings, and then there's a flip option.
Hold
are
on.
you on your laptop?
No, ma'am.
Oh, you
There you
fixed
go.
it. What is that? That looks good.
I
What is
am
it? Cake batter?
mixing up. Um, I am mixing up. Um, this is an experimental um foot salve type of thing.
Oh damn,
Ooh.
I thought it was lemon pound cake. I was getting ready to be like, send me some.
We
No,
love
uh,
science.
Right.
no. I got some new things that's launching out on my business. But I want to say, because I have been around people like Indigo and Fundi, and even now you, Miss Choctaw,
Mhm.
you ladies, y'all encourage a lot. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? You encourage a lot, not only just everybody, but especially the women. You guys encourage a lot. You guys give us the faith to step on out there, even when we think that this ain't gonna work, ain't nobody gonna pay me no attention. Things are going slow and you want to give up. Y'all come through and give all type of encouragement sermons, and threaten to put foots up people's butts and all that stuff. I ain't gonna say who be doing that. I ain't gonna say that.
I will
But
But
it
snatch you
ain't
into
me though,
life.
right?
I will. I will snatch you into living your best life. I will do that.
and I listen, a lot to Fundi because I have adopted her as my big sister. So she
Mhm.
wears several roles in my life.
Mhm.
So and Indigo is now my big sister, and
Mhm.
she wears several roles in my life. And I just want to thank you guys for um inspiring and keeping the flame lit up under our asses when we
Mhm.
feel we just want to give up. you know because you go through that, when you're a business owner, you go through those little spurts and things, and when you're trying to start your business off the ground, you go through those little spurts and have all type of feelings and things of that sort. So I thank you guys for that encouragement that you may not know that you're giving to the viewers, the subs.
Well, I can say that I appreciate that. I'm new as well, and I'm just reaching out, and I want to be around all of my family. They say the smaller the club, the bigger the party. So
That's right.
I got my whole family in here. Well, not everybody, but I got this is like a family gathering right here, and I want you to before I close out, I want you to speak on your product and put your link in the chat and let us know what you got going on too.
Okay, ma'am. Well, I have scented oils because I believe in smelling good,
Mhm.
but I can't afford to pay the price of a Gucci guilty.
Mhm.
So I do oils, and plus it stays with the body longer.
Okay.
And then I also do the body washes and the lotions to go with it. And I do bath salts as well and homemade sanitizer.
Hmm.
Now, coming out for next year, I am going to have whipped body butter, I'm gonna do this little foot salve because everybody want their feet. Don't nobody want nobody with no rough feet.
I'm trying to tell you.
You can't come in my bed tearing up my sheets
I know that's right.
and my skin either.
Right.
Look
So
like you've been sleeping with a hawk.
yeah, I don't do wildebeest. I don't do wildebeest. So I'm trying to come out with something for that, and I'm going to do bath bombs. I want to do two versions, like a regular version and a CBD version.
Mm.
And for the summer, I want to lead to lotions, because the whip bonders tend to be a little bit heavy. Um, because I stay in the Midwest. I'm in Indiana, so it gets cold here.
Mm-hmm.
So the body butter is something to stay with your skin because it's rough and cold up here. Oh God, it's rough and cold.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Vamp want to know how much is it?
Who
Seal the
said
deal,
that?
girl. Seal the deal.
Sweet Vampy. She wanted to know how much your products are.
Okay, well, first, right now, I'll be coming. The body butters will be available in February.
Mm-hmm.
I have not as yet come down with the total price of the body butter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still working on that. That is in the testing stages because I have to send it out to my testers to see what they think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that will be launched in February, and
Okay.
then after that, I'll have the bath bombs, and then by the time summer rolls around, I'll have the lotion out.
Okay.
Now going back to the oils, um, there are 1/3 ounce roll on, and they're $6. And my doggone it, I can't put it in the chat right now. My website is www heaven sent oils with the S dot shop. I had to sit and think about it. That's heaven sent oils period shop. If somebody could be so kind as to write that in there. And you could scroll through there, go down and click down, and you'll see the varieties that I have for men, women, and I also have some unisex scents like amber white, Egyptian musk. Thank you, Indigo. Um, but if you want something specific, it's like if there's a specific scent that you want and you don't see it there, leave me a message. When I do my next inventory, perhaps I could go ahead and purchase that and make that available on the site. Because you may not be the only person that's interested in that scent. So that's where we are with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad, you know, whenever you guys see me on and you in the middle of something, I continuously drop the link. Come in, let me know, let us know, let us get your contact information, all of that good stuff. Um, yeah, let's just
And
do that.
and then also what I found out is, when you're starting out and you don't know what the hell you're doing like me,
Hmm.
um, if just pull like one of you ladies to the side and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. I noticed that you're a business owner. Can you help me?
Hmm.
You ladies are very, very, very gracious with, giving tips, putting people, under your wing. And I learned a lot of business stuff really just by observing Fee.
Absolutely.
Just
Oh
by
wow.
observing her, how she conducts her business and things of that sort. And I said, this is a damn good business operator. This is what I'm talking about. So, I take those things into consideration. And when I pull you guys to the side and say, I need help. Can you help me? Or this is what I'm trying to do, but I'm lost. And you
Mm-hmm.
guys give me the information. I do take it. I take it to heart and I follow it because you ladies have been in business longer than I have. And you know what it takes to get it off the ground. So I'm trying to get to where y'all at. And then above all, I came to y'all. So why wouldn't I listen?
I'm gonna say this. There's a song, and it's by a Wiccan lady. She's a Wiccan witch, and the song says, "We are a circle within a circle, with no beginning and never ending." I love that song, but this, this what we are trying to get together and do. We want to be a circle within a circle. You understand?
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
we want to lean on each other. We want to be proud of each other. Indigo is, she says she's in tears. She's so proud of you. And that's the kind of sisterly love that I like to surround myself with. And I also love to give. And again, you attract your tribe. So um, our tribe is always, forever growing. And we want to do the best we can to uplift and encourage each other. That's just the way it's going to be. When you're over here with Auntie Chalk, you have to do right, or I make you braid a switch, and I will give you the ass kicking of your life. But anyway, I dig- I digress. But whatever we can do to come together and network, I'm all down for that. And I just want y'all to know that. And I want you all to know, I'm gonna give it back to Fee to close us out. But I want you all to know that I'm glad that everyone who came, who stayed. This has been lengthy. You stayed, we chatted, we had a good time. I appreciate you all. And I want to let you know that every time I do go live, I want to have a giveaway. So I want you guys to make sure that you have my email address, and it is chalktowchiefess@gmail.com. I'm gonna put it in the comments too as well, but I want to make sure that we all have some way of contacting each other so we can continue to support and uplift each other. And I thank you again. Miss Fundi,
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Yes.
absolutely. Absolutely. Wonderful. So that was our closeout, ladies. And I everybody might not be typing, so I'm gonna say ladies and gentlemen, just in case whoever's in the bushes is a man. But I'm going to drop this off, and I wish everyone continued success. And I'm hoping that we all stay tied in and networked. All right. So you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all soon. Go ahead, mix it on up, IT awareness.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying.
That's
I'm
what's
gonna
up.
get it though. I'm gonna get it though by hook or by crook.
Okay, that's what's up. So I'm gonna close this out, and we will be back sometime soon. Peace to you all. Bye bye.
Bye bye.